Hi guys, Nikhil here. Welcome to Salesforce Troop. And today we're gonna learn something very interesting because many people ask me like they don't know how to prove themselves. They know LWC and they don't have anything to share with their friends or with the interviewer or with their colleagues or with their employer. So today I thought, okay, let's build and publish a resume using LWC. So we're gonna build a resume using complete LWC and we'll publish it in the community. Okay, so let's go and see what we're gonna build today. So I'll go, and this is the URL that is public now, anybody can use it. So similarly you're gonna build this and deploy it. So I published my resume already, it's a dummy data. So you will have your heading that has your name, role, email, and some links of your social media. Apart from that, we're gonna build a career summary in which you'll define or summarize what you have done or what you are doing. Then we go for the work experience component in which will showcase where I'm working and what's my role, where I'm working, what are the technology I'm using, what's all about my project or experience, likewise which all your previous roles. On the right side we have very interesting thing like skills and tool, what all front end skills I have, what all back end skills, or if you have CRM, CMS, other skills, then education, your awards, your certifications, and languages. So this is what we're gonna build today. And so let's start building this. I'm on my Salesforce dashboard. So first thing, go to your setup or quick find and type community. So you will see here all communities. Select all communities. So if you are coming first time here, so you will see something screen like this in which you never enable your community. So you have to go first time the community settings and you have to enable it. So once you enable it, it will ask you to select a domain name. And once you select the domain name, that is the unique name in your URL, click on check availability. If it's available, click save. And after that you will see this success message, your community now, you have created the community. So you can create the new community now, right? So you set up the community. Let's go back. So I already set up, I already have two communities, so let's start creating a new one. And I'll create a community name here. I click on new community first and it will ask me the name. It asks me first what kind of template you are looking for. There are already a pre inbuilt templates like help center, customer portal, customer service. So I'm gonna build my own, and let's click get started. So it's asking me the name. So I'll give my community name my resume, and the same thing you can give here as well if you want. That's in the this name gonna use to identify in your communities, and this is in your URL. Okay, so I'll just give the my resume in URL as well as the name of my community, my resume. So let's click on create. It take a few minutes. So our community is set up, and here we have many things like builder, moderation, content. If you know already and how to set up and how to build the full community, then you need all these things. We don't need anything. We just need a builder because we are not fully fledged using community. We are just building a basic resume in our community. So we're not gonna use anything related to knowledge management or authentication or anything. Okay. So this is the default template given by Salesforce for the our own template. So you can remove this. So your community gonna be totally empty now. So now your community is ready. If you are first time seeing the community, so here you will get your analytics, your content, your flow, sales, anything you can drag and drop here easily. So you can, if you want calendar, you can drag here. Your calendar will look perfectly fine in the community. You can see the preview. It will show you the preview. You can check the different devices as well. So I'll remove this one for time in. Then you have the theme. You can set the color, images, font, theme settings. In theme settings, you can set the maximum width of the page. So we'll set up the page width to around 1000, because 1000 is the A4 sheet size and our resume usually of thousands. So we'll make it somewhere 1000. Yeah, I'll keep it 1038 somewhere. Okay, so this will be our maximum width of our resume. And so right now nothing is there because we haven't built our component, custom component, that is not look available here. So we'll go and start building our component, and once the component is ready, we'll drag and drop here. Okay, so let's go to our VS Code now and start writing some code. So I'll create first component, a lightning component, and I'll give this name my resume, and I'll say my resume container. Actually, this will be our main container. So it will create the component. So our component is ready now, and so let's start writing some code. So this is my JS. First, I'll set up some meta tags so that my component is available in the community. And this time, if you are writing first time community, their meta tags targets are different. So please compose to be true so that it is available in the community builder. And we'll say targets. Within the targets, we have two targets for community. You can say community page or community default. So I'll paste it here. Can be community lighting community underscore underscore page, lighting community underscore underscore default. So now our component is ready to move, but let's add something here. I'll say div my resume container. I'll zoom it a little bit for you guys. Okay, so I have created just a plain div, and let's deploy this component. So now the component is deployed. Let's go to our experience builder, and here let's refresh the page. And now if you go to components, here is our component, my resume container. So I'll drag and drop into the content section. We don't care about header and we don't care about footer right now. And this is our preview mode. So now our component is placed and we are ready to write our code. So let's go to our actual output. So we have to start with the header. Header has some icons, image, and some text. So I already have the images and the what we call icons in a folder, and I already pushed it to the labels, custom labels. So I'll show you how you can do that. So from here you can go to your Salesforce setup, and once we go to Salesforce setup, we will see how we can add the custom labels or custom static resources, actually not custom labels, static resources. So I am in the setup, just type static and you can see static resources. So here, if you see on the screen, I have the main image and the few icons. And here also I am using some icons. So don't worry about these icons. I'll share with you in the video's description. You can use the same icons. So I'll show you how I uploaded it. So the image, this image I uploaded here as name Nikhil, and it is of type JPG. So I just upload it as it is by, if you go to new, you just give the name of your image and choose the file and make it public. Okay, so this is how I uploaded the image. And for icons, I uploaded a folder social. I saved my all icons under the social folder. and I uploaded it in the same way. So all icons are available in the social folder, and my profile picture is separately uploaded. You can go with the same in the single folder as well. Okay. So now our resources are available. Let's go to our code and start importing those resources. So here, first thing, what I'm going to do is I'll create a reusable JS file in which I'm going to write my whole static data or the data we're going to use for our resume. So I'll say my resume container data.js. Here I'm going to write my all data. Okay, so the file is ready. So the first data is we need to import the icons. So we know how to import the icon. It's social from @ Salesforce, Salesforce URL, and my folder name is social. I uploaded a social folder, and I'm importing the social folder from static resources, and I'm giving the alias name social only. Okay, and I'll create a JSON because I need some links here. If I go here, I have some links here. So I need these links to be created. So I'll create a dummy JSON here. So I'll say export const social links. We are constructing the data. We are not writing anything for our component right now. So I'll say I have many social accounts. The type is the label is Twitter/Karka_Nikhil. Apart from that, the link on click of that label where it should navigate, it should go to my Twitter account. So that is my Twitter account link. And apart from that, I need a icon, and within the social that we are importing here, the social folder from social, I need to take only one icon. So under the social is a zip folder. So under the social, there is another social folder, and within that, I have the icon that is twitter.svg. Okay. So this is how you're gonna create your social links. Likewise, you just copy paste your other social accounts. I'll paste it for you guys. You can based on your social accounts, you can add that. So I have Facebook, GitHub, LinkedIn, and Trailhead account. So I added this. So my social links is ready. That is mainly required for our header. Apart from that, I need another data that is export const user details. That is the details required to show on the header of our resume. And I'll say name Nikhil, make it small, Nikhil Thakur. Then we have role. Role is full stack developer. Then we have email. In email, we can say Salesforce true @gmail.com. Likewise, you can update your data, okay? And then phone. And in phone, I have 012345678900. My user data and the social link is ready. Let's go to our JS file. Let's import our data first. So I'll say import star as resume data. This is a notation when you are importing many things from a single file. So here we're gonna create our so many datas with different export. That's why we are using alias resume data from path my resume container data. So my data will be available as resume data. Okay. So first thing I'll say social links equal to resume data but social links. I'm importing the social links from the file and mapping it to the local property social links. Similarly, I'll say I need data that is, I'll just map a resume data as a resume data. Rest all data I'll keep it as a resume data. So if I say resume data dot user detail, it will come as a user detail. Okay. So now my data is available. Only one thing is missing, that is importing my user image. So profile image. I'll say export const profile profile image, and we can import it directly because that is uploaded separately in the static resources. So I'm importing Nikhil because Nikhil was the file name. So Nikhil, and exporting it using profile image. So I'm just mapping my name. So we are exporting our profile image, social link, and user details. So let's go and use our profile image as well here. So I'll say profile image equal to resume data dot profile image. My profile image is available as profile image local property. So we have created the data. We have just keeping the data in the local properties. Now let's go and create the HTML file so that our data should be visible. I'll say div class container or wrapper. I will say wrapper. So this is the main wrapper. I'll show you to write the CSS in a while. Then I want my first section to be have some margin around it. So I'll give a class LDS variable padding around medium, and I'll give some class header color. So header color is the background that we're gonna give, and within this our header component will come here. Okay, and in meantime I'll create a CSS file that should be the same name of your component. First I thought of going with the new release shared CSS, but it's behaving weirdly. That's why I'm going with the separate files. My resume container.css, and we have created a wrapper. So I'll say wrapper as the box shadow. Box shadow is alternative of giving the border, and here what we are trying to do is we are trying to give a shadow that looks like a border but not exactly a border. So it's more like how much left side and the right side horizontally or vertically you want to give the shadow, and what should be the blurriness of the shadow, that is 3 rem. And those who don't know what is ram is equal to 16 pixel approximately, and this is the color of the shadow. Okay, so we have given this, and apart from that we need header color. Header color is the color we want to give on our header. So I already have the background color that is of dark blue and color that is light blue sort of, and we already mapped it here. So let's deploy this and see what it how it looks like. So our component is deployed. Let's go to our experience builder and refresh this. So now you see it looks like a card with little bit shadow and text with the light blue color and the dark blue color in the background. So let's go and build our header component now. And for header component, we'll say we'll go we'll go and create the component, and I'll give this name my resume header and hit enter. Take the default path. So my component is ready here, and let's embed our component in place of this static text. So our component is c hyphen my hyphen resume hyphen header, and what all the details you have to pass down, because we have three details that are required for our header. So one is the profile image, social links, and the user data. So we'll say this component, I'm gonna pass you the social details, and we'll map social details as social links. And the second thing we're gonna pass is user details, and the user details gonna be resume data dot user details. So if you don't know what one is the name, just go to the data file and this is the user details. We are passing the user details down to the component. Apart from that, he needs profile image, and we'll just map the profile image that is coming, profile image. So we are passing it down and we need these three variables to be available in our header component. So we'll go here and first we'll create the file, create the variable that is social details, one variable. Then we have user details, another variable, and then we have profile image, third variable. So I created three variables who gonna handle the data coming from parent. And right now it's a local property, and to make this property a global one, we have to decorate it with the @API. So @API, and the API should be imported from the LWC module. Okay. So now these properties have their respective data that is coming from the parent. So now let's go and write some CSS or some HTML with which our header looks like the proper header. So first thing what we're going to do is we'll create a tag header, and we'll say take a div with a class. The class should be SLDS grid and SLDS wrap. So if it's going out of the box, just wrap the data. And our resume is fully responsive, so we have, that's why I'm using a grid system here. If you see here the actual one, we have three, like three column, then six column and three column. So I have taken the three column to the image, six column to the my main names and role, and the three column for the social media. So let's go back and create the grid layout. So we said our parent is a grid, so inside we have to define what kind of grid it is. So I'll say it is following grid column structure, and I'll say SLDS size underscore one of one. It means if it go to this particular size, it takes the full width. So if it is on mobile, it takes full width. SLDS medium, it means if it is on tablet, it should take three column of total 12 column. Okay, this is how we write. Similarly, if it is a desktop, it should take SLDS large size, three column of total 12 column. Okay, and this is the first profile image section. Similarly, we have another section and third section. So the main section, we are saying it should take six space total. So if so, six space for our description and role, three spaces for our profile image, and three space for our social media links. So let's create our profile image. We know how to use the image, and the image is coming under the profile image, and we'll give some alternative tag because that is very important from accessibility point of view. I'll say it's a profile image, and add some class as well, profile image, because our image is square, but this class will change it to round. Okay, and the source should be src. So we have created the profile in the first three column layout. So let's go in the second column layout. We have to create the role and other stuff. So I'll say I'll create a div container. Within that div, I'll say class name heading. So this CSS will have the font size, bigger font size, and I'll say in mobile make the text center. So whenever I'll go for the mobile screen, the text should align center. Okay. In this, we are fetching the user details dot name. So name is a property in the user detail object. Similarly, we'll create the another div that will have a class role heading. So heading is giving a little bit smaller font, and we'll say role. Okay. Then the third thing, we have email address as well as the phone number. For that, what I'm going to do is I'll create a UL tag with a class small font, and within this I'll say li class add some SLDS variable margin. I'm adding some margin bottom and bottom small. So I'll say whenever this li tag will form, add some margin bottom. And within this li tag, we'll create our first link, and that link will say class link. I haven't added anything in the link. I'll come back to this in a while. Within the a tag, we have to add some icon. So I'm using a lightning icon here. Icon name to utility email. So this is the icon name. So the email icon will come, and the alternative text and the size and the other thing I can copy paste because it's pretty straightforward. I'm saying alternative text should be email, and the size is extra small. Title is email, and give some right small margin to the icon. And after the icon, I'm just adding the email address of the user. Similarly, I'll just copy paste the whole li tag. I'll paste it again, and I'll say this is the phone link. So change it to dialing, icon name to dialing, and here you can say the title is dialing and the alternative text as well dialing. Okay, and the rest will be some same, and we just change to phone. We are saying first we'll show the email, then we'll show the phone. So now I want my profile image to be also text align center at the mobile screen. So I'll add that class as well to my image wrapper. Okay. So now my image is ready, my text is ready. Now let's go to the social media links. So the social media links also be the same. We'll say UL small fonts. Within the small font, we'll say it gonna take, because we have multiple social links, so we can use a template loop. Template for each social detail. Social detail is the variable that is containing all the social links. And I'll say each object, I'm gonna consider it as an item. And within this, what we're gonna do is we'll create the li tag that will have the class, again the margin bottom, because we are giving above as well the same margin bottom small. And like in the for loop or the for each loop, we have to give the key property that is important, and that should be unique. So our item type is unique, like type is Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And within this, we're gonna create our a tag, and a tag should be the link on which it should navigate. So in our data here, we already created a link tag. So link where it should navigate, label, type, and icon. Okay. I'll go to HTML. On click of this a tag, it should go to the link, but it should open in the new tab. So I'll say underscore target should be underscore blank. Blank means always on click it should open a new tab. Take a class link, and within the a tag we have the icon, so we'll just add the image tag. Image tag has the item dot icon. Height we are giving the alternative text. We are keeping the width 20 pixel and giving the small margin right, so that our label should not be attached. So just below this image, let's add the label. Label is ready, links are ready, but we haven't added any links for our email and the phone. So let's do that magic as well, because on click of this email icon I want to open the Outlook, and on click of this phone icon I want to open the Skype. Okay, so to do that, what we're gonna do is we'll create the getter. We'll say get phone link. We'll create, if you know, if the href has a tel in front of it, it open your telephone, like that is Skype. So how we can add the number here? This dot user details dot phone. So the phone number will come here. Similarly, I'll copy paste here, and what I'm gonna do the another getter, that is email link. And if we say mail to and your email, so it will open the Outlook. We'll see in a while, and I'll just map to the respective href. So first is the email. So email link will create and it will pass. Then we'll take the phone link and we'll replace with the href, right? So now our phone link, email link, and the social media links are ready. But let's add some CSS as well. Don't worry, I'll share my all CSS with you guys so that you can able to achieve the same styling. And in the CSS, I'll copy paste it quickly, the CSS, because otherwise this video gonna be a very long. And we have role heading, name heading. Then for mobile screen, I have written the media query. So media query is like whenever my screen goes below 600 pixel, apply this class. That's how media query works. This is useful for responsive designing. So then I have a link tag that has a color and small font. Then I have a more profile pic that is 50% and all. And in HTML, we miss something, that is margin auto. So the reason for margin auto is to align vertically my social icons. So I'll add the class m-auto, and similarly I'll do this for the this class as well, margin auto, so that vertically my content should be centered. Okay, so let's deploy this component first. Now let's deploy our container as well. So now our both components are deployed. Let's go back to our experience builder and refresh the page. So this is a short way of refreshing the only canvas part, not the whole page. So now you can see that our header is ready and it's looking nice. And on click of this, it is opening the Outlook. And on click of this, it's asking to make a Skype call. And likewise, if I click on this, in the preview mode, you can't open the link because it's blocked, but once you deployed it, it will open the link. So don't worry, okay? So let's go and see what is the second section. That is the career section. That's pretty simple. Let's quickly build this. So let's go to VS Code, clean our all containers, and first we'll go and create a component called, what is that name? Let's see quickly. Summary. Okay. So we're gonna create the summary now. So create a new component, writing web component, my resume summary and take the default path. So now your component is ready, is created. So let's add this component to our container HTML. So let's go to our container HTML and add this. So within this we'll create another div, and this div also gonna have some class, the similar class, but without background this time. Okay, so now our class gives some padding around our div, and within this we're gonna call our component that is my resume, and the component is summary. So it's summary. We are calling our component. Now to use this component we should have the data, right? So let's build the data first. So I'll close this. Now this time we are building the data, career summary, const career summary. So in career summary I want a heading that will be my career summary. That's the heading of my section. Then after that I should have some description, and description can be your summary description. I'll add some dummy data here. Okay. Apart from that I want the key points that you want to highlight. Sometimes you want it to be in the key points format, so I'll add some dummy data in the array format so that it will be a point format. Okay, so this is how our data gonna be look like. And to pass the data down to our summary, what we're gonna do is we'll go to HTML and we'll pass this data as summary, or I'll say details only, details equal to our data already available in JS in the form of resume data. I'll say resume data dot my career summary, dot career summary. Now our data is passing down from parent to child. Let's go to the child component, and in the child component we have to receive the data first. So let's receive this. Receive, you know now. So it's details, and this details will be available. So let's go and write the HTML because this is going to be pretty similar component. So let's start with the section tag. Section should have a heading, so I'll say heading, and heading coming from details dot heading. Heading will come here, and in this class I'm using, in this tag I'm using a class section heading that will give the look and feel of bigger font and other stuff. And I have a margin bottom so that my other things will not attach to the tag. Okay, after that within the summary we have description, and to add the description I'll say in the p tag paragraph tag I'm calling details dot descriptions. I'm calling description, so here the description will come. And by default Salesforce takes 14 pixels, so that's why I'm giving a class font 16 pixel. Then our key points in the form of array, so we have to use a loop. We'll say ul tag. In the ul tag I want to add some class. That class is, first is the margin top, then the left padding, and then summary list class and the position relative. Within the ul tag we are looping our list template for each, and what we are doing here is we are calling our data that is key points, details dot key points, and for item we are calling it as an item, Now within this we need a li tag. Li tag should have a key, and the key is the item itself because all item list will be unique. We want our text to be font 16 and we'll say the item. And our component is ready. Let's add some CSS. My resume summary.css, and CSS only three things. First is the section heading that gives a bigger font and the color. Then the summary list. Within the summary list, li tags, we are using a flower. So for flower, I'm using this unique code and the font 16. So our component is ready. Let's deploy this and see if it works. And let's deploy simultaneously our container component because there we embed our this child component. So our both component is deployed. Let's go back to our builder and refresh the page. Now you can see that our text is coming fine, but our list is not coming. That was with this flower. So let's go and debug this. So just make sure our spelling is correct. I'll go here, it's keys points, and I'll come to my HTML and replace it here. It's key point. So anyway, you can change one of the other places. So let's deploy this again. So the component is deployed. Let's go back to our builder and refresh the page. So now you can see our summary as well as our key points are looking fine. So let's go to our third component that gonna be our work experience. Let's build this quickly. So let's go to VS Code. I'll close all the tabs. I'll keep my container open and let's build our experience. So again, I'll create a new component, my resume experience. Enter, it will create the component. So my component is ready. And let's go to our parent first to add this component. Now there is one interesting thing to note here. Now we have to divide our section into two parts. One is the 9 column and another one is the 3 column. Okay. And when it go to mobile, it should be 12 and 12. So what we're gonna do here is, first thing, it's gonna be the same wrapper that has some padding, equal padding. Do this, and within this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a grid system class SLDS grid and SLDS wrap. So I'll just copy paste it so that it wrap if it's overflow. Now we need to create two divs, one for the 9 column grid, another one is for the 3 column grid. So to the first column grid, we're gonna add the class, the 9 column one. The 9 column class is like, if it's mobile, take the full width. If it's tablet or the desktop, take 9 column out of 12 column. Okay. Similarly, we're gonna do the 3 column grid for the second div. We are saying take the 3 out of 12 if it's tablet or large. If it's mobile, take the full width. Okay. So I'll just give the text here, other section, and here we're gonna write our some gonna call our summary experience component. So to call that component, we'll say c hyphen my hyphen resume hyphen experience and close this. Let's go and build the data for this, how our experience should look like. I'll go to data.js. Here again, I'll create another const that is experience. Experience is the experience data you can give if you want experience underscore data. If you want some meaningful name experience underscore data, it should have the heading. Heading should be the name you want to show on the screen. So it's work experience. Okay. And after that, experiences. Experiences are the list of your experiences, and it's an object, so comma will come. And each experience will be in the form of object, and each experience will have role. Each experience will have company name. Each experience will have duration. Each experience will have description about their role and responsibilities, and each description has description points. So if you want to showcase some points in your, like, I achieved this award or sort of thing, you can do that. Okay, so apart from that, each experience will have technology used, because you have to write in what all things you worked in this role and what all the technologies you have used. And the technologies used should have the heading, and then we have the list of technologies. This is how your structure gonna be look like. And I'll just copy paste the data, and I'll show you how the real thing look like. So I have added, I guess, 4 experiences. I'll show you the first one. So heading is the work experience. Just open this. I have the role lead developer, company name Google, duration 2009 to present, description when I was in this role, and what was the key points or description points. Then the technology used is the heading, and the list are Java, Python, JavaScript, Webpack, HTML5, MySQL based on your need. Similarly, you just copy paste this, add another one, 2014 to 18, Facebook, senior developer, software developer, and likewise web developer, trainee, or Microsoft sort of. So you can create the data. Now your data is available. Let's go and pass that data down to our component, that is details, and we'll pass the data resume data dot experience data. Okay, so now data is going down. We have to cache the data. We'll go to our experience, and we'll create add the API details, and we import the API. Now our data is available, and let's create the HTML. The approach will be same. Main wrapper will be the section. Then h2 tag, and h2 tag are details dot heading, and within this we have to pass the class section heading. That is the same class we used previously. Apart from that, I have to wrap everything inside the div. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create first a wrapper for our content. The wrapper will contain the class, LDS, variable, padding left underscores extra large, and we want this wrapper to be relative. And I want a custom class that is work experience content, so I have some CSS for that. For that, I'm using the class. Within this, we're gonna loop our whole experiences. So to loop, we have the template for each. The data is coming from details dot experiences. So I just go here and copy paste details dot experiences. For item, we'll say item, and we'll write our loop. Okay, so each experience is also itself a section. I'll create a section tag, and section is the first tag in the loop, so the key attribute is important. So I'll say item dot duration. Duration is usually different. Apart from that, I need to add the class, and the class I'm gonna add here is work experience individual, and SLDS is relative. Okay, so within the section first, I have to give the role, so it will be item dot role, whether I am a lead developer or a trainee. So below this, I have company name, item dot company name, along with my duration. So item dot duration, and my role should be little bit big, bigger as well as of blue color. So I'll say class name blue color, then font 16, and I want font weight font weight 700 so it looks bolder. So I have this class, and for the role I just need two classes only, not the all classes. So I just want it to be blue color and the font 16. I don't want it to be the bolder. So now our role and duration is visible. After that we want our description to come. So we'll say class slds variable margin button, and we'll say extra extra large. So we want to, after each experience we want to give some margin, and we'll say within the p tag just call your item dot description. Description will print here, and after that we have run the loop for our description points. So I'll say template for each item dot description point. To go and copy paste points. So we are running the for each loop for the description points, and it's saying for item equal to point, and between this we're gonna create a li tag that will just print the point. And for this we need a key, so each point is different, just pass that key. And to our wrapper, that is ul tag, we'll give the class description point box that will add some styling to it. Okay, now our description points are ready. After that we have to add our technology used. We'll say item dot technology use an object, so we don't need a loop here. I'll say technology loop technology use dot heading, and then after that we have list is an array, so we need a loop here as well. I'll just copy paste the same loop again quickly, and I'll say item dot technology use dot list and we call it as tech, and we'll print the tech in the div tag. Okay, and we need to give the key. Each technology is unique, and we'll give the class tech underscore type. So now our component is ready. Let's create the css file for it. My resume experience css, and to css we're gonna add the styling. I'll talk about the styling. Font 16 is to give the 16 pixel font. Section heading is the main heading of our section, and the section heading after just to give the underline below that heading. Then the work content just to make our left look like a timeline. So for that we have write some css, and then we have a description box to remove that bullet point from the ul tag, and tag tiles to make it as a tiles, and the font 700 for giving you the font bolderness and the blue color. Okay, let's deploy our component and deploy our parent container as well. So our component is deployed. Let's go to our builder and refresh the page. Let's see how it behaves. So now you can see that it's taking only the 9 column, other section is remaining there. It create the timeline for us that we have the heading, we have the underline below it, then we have the lead developer, or actually this is the role, then we have duration, then we have description, description point, technology used, and the tiles for our skills. Okay, and I'll quickly go and do one more thing. So I'm giving duration also an hyphen, so let's wrap our duration in the bracket instead of hyphen and hyphen, otherwise it looks like hyphen hyphenated twice. Okay, so our work experience is ready. Let's go and build our other section. So other section is the skills and tools and education, awards, certification, languages. So first I'll build this component. I'm gonna build a single component for education, awards, certification, language, and interest. Okay, so let's go and build that. So I'll close all the tabs and I'll say my resume. I'll go and create a lightning web component, name my resume extras. Let's say my resume extra. Okay, any name you want. Now my component is ready. So let's start filling the content in it. So we'll go with the same approach. We'll add this component to our parent component, and to add that you need to call that component here, and to call that c hyphen my hyphen resume hyphen extra. And first I'll start with, I'll say education. So for education we'll go and create the data for education, and we'll close the this one, export const education data. Data will take, if you go here, the data will take icon, heading, university, or duration. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is our data structure will be first icon, what icon you're gonna use in this section, then the heading will be like what is the main heading of this section, that is education. Then it will be a list gonna create, will have your name, university name, and duration. It's like I'm saying my name of the degree is Master in Computer Science, university name Monash University Melbourne, and duration. Similarly, I'll add one more because usually if it's master, I would have done the bachelor as well, the bachelor degree. So the name, university, and the duration we are passing down. So let's pass this data, education data, to the component. So we'll say details is you underscore data dot education data. Once the data is available, it will reach to our component. There is our component data. The same way we're gonna cache this data. At the rate API details import API, and let's go to our HTML and start writing it. So we'll the same way we'll say section class. We want that class to have some left padding margin so that it should not touch our other section, that is 9 column section. Heading details dot heading, and we'll give the same class that we built earlier, section heading. Below this, we'll say div ul tag, call the template for each. We are looping our data. Details dot list, and we'll say for each list, for item, call it as list, and within this we're gonna loop our educational details. So if it is a UL tag, the inner tag should be li tag. It will take the key always be their list dot name, that is our university name here in this case. Then we'll say class I want to add some margin bottom so that every list should have some space, and within this we'll create the SLDS grid. So SLDS grid will give the flex feature of CSS. So SLDS grid, and within this, first thing we want the icon to be there. I'll say template if true, because I want to check, because it's going to be reusable. There may be a chance in other section the icon will not be there. So I'll say details dot icon. If it's available, then only load the icon. And to load the icon, you already know how to use the image tag. I'm using details dot icon, alternative icon, width 20 pixel, and giving margin right, so the text and the image should not touch each other. Okay, so the icon will be there. Then we need the name, and for the name we say class. I'll add the class in a while, and the class should have this div should have list dot name, because name will be everywhere in the all the section that we're going to use. Apart from that, we have to, apart from name, what else we have? Let's see quickly. We have name, university name, and duration. Let's go back to our HTML and create that as well. And outside grid, what we're gonna build here is, say template if true list dot university name is available, then only load the inner content, because this is more specific to our educational list. So I'll say div class uni name list dot university name, and similarly we'll check for our other thing, that is duration. As if duration is there, then load the duration and make this class as subtext. Okay, so now I have shown the name, university name, and the duration. Let's deploy our component and see if it works. So right now we are building only the educational component, but in the same component I'll tweak everything rest all four section. Okay, so now the component is deployed. Let's go to our builder, refresh the page. So now you can see that education is there, but it's not looking the way I was thinking. So because we, I guess, missed the CSS class, so let's go and add the CSS file. So let's add my resume extra.css, and for this I'll just copy paste the CSS. As I said, you will get the CSS in the video description link. Let's deploy this again. So in meanwhile, I'll explain the font 16 class is for font 16 pixel, font 14 for 14, the 700 font weight for 700, bolderness, heading. These are the same classes. Okay. I'm using no other. This is duplicate. I can remove this. Okay, let's go and refresh the page. We'll see if there any difference comes or not. Now you can see the education tag is coming with bolder and our text is coming. Okay, for time being you can ignore the alignment because once we build a skill and tools section, the alignment will come automatically. Okay, so now education is ready. Now we'll create the awards. Okay, let's go to our VS code. Within the same we're gonna do so. For that, let's create the data first. And for data we need to close this and say export const awards data, and we're gonna use the same structure that this is using. So there will be a icon, there will be a heading, there will be a list, and the list will have a name and the description. In the previous one we were having the name but no description. It was university name and duration. This time we have description. Okay, so the data structure is almost same. That's why we able to build a reusable component. Okay, so let's go and call the component again below this, and we'll pass the data down awards data, and we'll go to our resume extra. Anyhow it will receive the data, it will check here. And the only thing that we have to keep in mind, we have not used the description, so I'll copy paste this and say if description comes, load the description. Name and the icon and the headings are the same. Okay, let's deploy this now. So our component is deployed. Let's go and refresh the page. Now you can see that our awards are coming totally fine. Microsoft MVP Employee of the Year. Okay, I want this name as well to be little bit bolder, so I guess we missed some class there. Let's go quickly, and here actually it should be font weight 700 and font 14. Add. So next time we'll check this. So now the next section is certifications. Let's quickly go to our container, call the same component again, and we'll call this section as certification data, and let's go and create the data. The data should be in the same structure again. Certification data, and in the certification data we again have the icon in the heading. Again we have the list, and list will have only names because otherwise it's gonna be very big. I know many people have 10-20 certifications. I just edit it here. Okay, the name and the certification name is there. And I don't think so in the resume we have to do anything specific. List is already rendering. So let's deploy our both component again and see if experience is renders or not, our certification renders or not. So let's go and refresh our builder. Scroll down. Now you can see the certifications list is coming perfectly fine, and now you can see these headings also a little bit bolder now. Okay, now certifications is ready. Apart from that, now we have to add the languages. Let's go and add languages as well. Go to container, copy paste the same component, add it, and we'll say language data. We go to our JS file, we'll close this, we'll say export const language data. And then language data is also in the same format, but this time we don't have an icon, so we'll keep it heading languages, and we'll add the list. list of your languages, but this time we have a new property called level because you are a native or professional. What's your level of in that particular language? Okay, so let's go to your extra file, my resume extra HTML, and we'll now add the level as well, and the level should come next to the name. So what we're gonna do here is we'll create a template true, and if this condition true, it means if the list dot level is available, then render the level on the screen. So within the span, we are rendering the level with the bracket list dot level and giving the subtext and the font. Okay, let's deploy this component. So component is deployed. Let's go to our builder and refresh this. So everything is looking perfect now, and it's look like a page as well. So now we'll build this particular skills and tools. Bit tricky because we have to create a custom progress bar. Then we have to create the tiles. The same tiles we're gonna use for our interest as well. Okay, so let's go and build this. Let's go to our VS Code, close all the tabs, and we are gonna create another component. That name gonna be skills, my resume skills. So create a new component, my resume skills. Let's add the component first, and it should come at the first place. So the skill will be c hyphen my resume skills. Component is ready. Then we need to pass the data, and to for that we need to create the data, and this data gonna be interesting. We'll close this and we'll say export const skills data. The benefit of creating a single file, suppose tomorrow you achieve another certification, you have to come here and change it and deploy it. That's it. You don't need to find control and F. Okay, we want the heading to be skills and tools. Then we have skills, and that skills have heading in the categories. Like I have front end skill, so I have one object front end skill and the skill list with the name and the level. Similarly, I have another one called backend skills. So backend skill is the heading, the skill list is name and the level. Level is required for your progress bar. And then I have another one that is CRM or CMS, Salesforce, WordPress, and Drupal. Okay, so this is how our skill data gonna look like. There will be another data comes here, the other skills, that we'll see in a while. Okay, I'll not add it right now. So I'll pass this data down to my component called details resume data dot skill details, and we'll go to our component skill details. So here in the resume skills we gonna cache the data using details like we did for others components, import the API from the LWC, and now we'll create the HTML. And this HTML gonna be a bit tricky, so let's see. I want the section tag, and each section should have the padding around it like we did for other section. Then we have a heading like other section has. Heading is details dot heading, The class will be section details. Now, apart from this, we need to loop the skills that we have. For that, we can say template for each details dot skills, and each item will consider as skills. Okay. And within this, we want to create many things. So let's keep a parent wrapper as div and add the key property. Key property can be skill dot heading because each section has a separate heading like front end, back end, CRM. And then we'll give some class so that it gives some margin top. Now I have a key and it's throwing error because I forgot the equal sign after for each. So let's add the first small heading, that is skills heading, that is front end, CMS or back end. So I'll say skill dot heading, and this heading I'll give the class name section heading, section subheading, because heading we are already given to the main heading, then this is a subheading. And within this we have to use another loop, and that loop will be against the skill list. Now you know how to create the loop, so I just copy paste here. So the skill list is available, and we calling each skill list as a skill list. And within this again it needs a wrapper and the key, and we're gonna say it skill list dot name because each name will be unique. And we'll add some class so that our each skill will not touch each other. So we'll add some margin top class, small, very small class. Okay. Now within this we want our subtext, that is name skill list dot name. Okay, and that name will be of class subtext, that is of little bit grayish color. And here your progress bar will come here. Okay, let's deploy this without progress bar first and see how it look like. So now the component is deployed. Let's go to our builder and refresh the page. Now it's coming front end heading, then the progress bar, heading, progress bar, heading, progress bar. CSS is missing, but it's aligned. So before that, CSS will build the progress bar component, that is important for us. And why we are not using the standard progress bar given by Salesforce, we can't customize it and it comes with the only single color. Okay, so let's go and create another component called my resume progress. This progress bar we're gonna use here in our skills, so let's use it first. C colon my colon resume colon skills. Okay, and here we what we're gonna pass is we're gonna pass this particular level. Okay, and to pass that, what we're gonna do, we'll go to skills and we'll say progress value equal to skill list dot level, and we are passing down, so we'll catch it with the progress value below. I'll go here and say add the rate API progress value, and above we are using camel case, so here it will be camel case because above we are using hyphen. So let's make it import API from LWC. Progress value will come here, and we can initialize it with the 0. If there is nothing value, just make it as 0. Okay, And now go to HTML. HTML is pretty simple. We'll create a div class progress, and within this we'll create a div class progress bar, and within this progress bar we want to show the value as well. So what we can do is, for value we will use the inline styling here because the style is dynamic. So I'll say style, get style, and I'll go to JS. In the JS I'm gonna write a getter, get style, and we'll return the width dynamically, and the width is exactly the progress value that is coming, and we can use it in this dot progress value and make the percentage. Our progress bar component is ready. Let's add the CSS as well. My resume progress bar dot CSS, and CSS has the two classes, progress and progress bar. Let's deploy this, and we are using it. We are using in the skills. So let's deploy the skills as well. So the component is deployed, our progress bar is deployed. Let's go and refresh the page now and see. You cannot read property heading of undefined in my resume skills. Okay, let's go and see what's happening. The problem is we given the component name different. It should be my resume progress bar. This is a very silly mistake we did. Let's deploy now and see. So the component is deployed again. Let's see quickly if it works now. Thank God. So finally it's rendering our progress bar as well. Let's add the CSS for these things as well quickly. And we'll go to our VS Code and we'll add the CSS to my resume skills.css. And we'll just copy paste the CSS. Let's apply this. Let's go to our page, refresh this, and now you see based on our CSS things are looking pretty fine. Adding an elegant. Now only one section is missing, that is our interest and the other skills. Okay, so let's build another component, that is the tile. Let's go to our, that is tags actually. So let's go and clear all the things. Get another component called my resume tags. So this tag gonna be used in two places. So first place is the interest. So what I'm gonna do is first I'll include this component in the container. The component is c hyphen my hyphen resume hyphen tags, and it's gonna take the data. The data will be very simple. So it's take export const interest data. It will have the heading and the list of your interest. Okay, we'll pass down this data to our component. So our component will take this data as, I'll say, tags list resume underscore data dot interest data. We are passing it down, and we want to pass the heading as well. This time it's a separate heading. I'll tell you the reason. because if you see, I'm gonna create a reusable component for this one. Here the heading is small and here the heading is bigger. Okay, so we'll take the heading from outside, and the heading gonna be resume data dot interest data dot heading, resume data dot interest data dot heading, and it's gonna pass down, and our component will receive this data here. And to receive that, what we're gonna do, we'll use add the rate API again. So let's import that API, add the rate API. So the name to which we are passing the tags is the tag list. We are passing the heading as well. Okay. Now let's create the component. We'll say h3 heading, whatever heading is coming. Then we have to loop the template for each tags that is coming. So tags are coming as tags list or item, and within this we'll just say div key should be the each tag, class should be tags, and we'll print the text within the tags as a tag. And we'll quickly create the CSS for this. My resume tags.css, and we'll copy paste this. Let's deploy this component, and let's deploy our container as well. We are about to finish this, so this is our last component. Let's go to the builder and refresh the page. Again, it's throwing an error. txt is not a function. Somewhere in the tags I definitely done the mistake. Tag tag list will come to yes the heading, and while calling the resume tags, let's go to container where we are calling it. We are calling tags list and heading, and here is the issue because we are passing the whole data. We need to pass a list to the tag list and heading to a separate tag. So let's redeploy this. So it's deployed. Let's go and refresh it again. It's working now, so it's coming fine without CSS. That I'll come to this point later. I want the same component to build this as well. So let's add our component and see how our others look like. And others will come under the skills. So I'll go to the skills component. I'll copy paste the whole tags. I'll go to skills, and here we're gonna paste our component. And to paste that, what we're gonna do here is we'll create another div. We'll create another div here, and in this, what we're gonna say template tags, and the tags are coming in the form of our container data. We haven't added that skills data. So in the skills, we have the other tags as well. So we need to add those things. So after skills, let's add other skills. And the other skills will be like with the heading others. And within that, we have the array of skill list. We just pass all the list that others, you have the small things. These things are very important from resume point of view, what all the tools we are using. So this other skills we're gonna catch in the skills. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna use resume instead of resume data, it will come under the skills list. And to use that, we'll write details. In our case, it's details dot other skills dot skills list, and for heading, same thing we're gonna do. I'll just copy paste in here details dot other skills, and we'll replace with the data. For heading also we are passing, and for skill list we are passing tags. Let's deploy this and see how our others look like. So now my component is deployed. Let's go back and refresh the builder. Let's go to builder and refresh it. Skills list of undefined. Again error, skill list of undefined. Let's go back and see what is skills list of undefined. Within the data we have other skills, and other skills has skills list. There is the skills list, other skills. It's looking okay to me. I guess we forgot to deploy the container where we add the data. Just let's deploy that, and we'll refresh this. Now you can see the tiles are coming perfectly fine. Now we have to do the styling based on the whether it's a subheading or the heading. Okay, for that what we're gonna do is we'll go to VS Code, and in the container we'll say we'll pass some extra tag to it so that it get to know okay whether it's a main or the normal one. So I'll create a tag called type, and if the type is main then load the main heading, otherwise don't load the main heading. Okay, let's deploy this and go to the tags component, and here the tags component gonna cache the type. So at the rate API type, it will cache the type, and based on the type we're gonna apply the CSS this time. We'll say use the get is heading is the getter, and we'll say return for both the scenario at least return margin top. Apart from that, check if the dot type equal to main, then apply the class section heading, otherwise apply the class section subheading. Okay, and we're gonna use this in our HTML. We'll say class. Let's deploy this. So the component is deployed. Let's go to our builder and refresh the page. And now you can see it's aligned properly, giving the same touch, and the interests are coming also properly. The only difference here is that left is missing, rest all is good. And to fix this issue quickly, what we're gonna do, we go to our container, wrap this with a section and give some padding left, and deploy it. So now you have seen how easily we build our digital resume. Everything is aligned properly, everything is clear and configurable, and I hope that's deployed. So I'll refresh it quickly. I'll go quickly and check that. So it's deployed. Let's refresh this. And now our interest is also properly aligned. So our resume is ready. Congratulations. But right now it's in the development state. So first thing you have to publish it and say publish. So your code is now accessible with the URL just for you right now. It's not publicly you are uh, publicly available. Now to make it publicly available, you have to go to settings and check this public access. Public can access this community. Okay, just check this and publish this again. Now you go to your Salesforce setup and search for community, all communities, and this is my community name, my resume, and this is the URL that is your publicly available. If you open this, it will open it immediately. Now you see your URL is available, it's published. If I click on now these links are working fine. It's taking me to Twitter, it's taking me to the my trailhead. Everything is opening now. This is my Twitter, this is my trailhead, and likewise my GitHub and phone number and everything is available. So now you have seen how it's easy to build this resume, and now you have at least one project to showcase to people, like LWC and you have built and published something in LWC. It's a really interesting project that it gives you a better understanding how to pass the data from parent to child, how to do the looping, how to do the hide and show, how to use add the rate API, how to use property, local property, how to use import and export. So it's pretty good, and I hope you people enjoy this session. And I'll share my all the photos or icons that I have used along with the code. So don't worry, you'll get everything and build it and share it on your LinkedIn. Thank you guys. Have a great day.